recording. There you go.
Okay, cool. All right, you guys. So I'm excited to get to host this call because it's been a long time. I was out in California for 3 months. Hopefully everybody knows who I am. I think we have some new coaches. I'm Carrie Casserly. I am a co-founder of Elite Knockouts. I've been a coach for 6 years. I'm a 6-star lifetime diamond coach. I love what I do. I do this full time. It's my full-time job now for the last 3 years. So if there's anybody on here that doesn't know me, that's a little tiny bit in a nutshell about me. So I was talking to Lee the other day, and we decided that tonight, instead of doing, it's the end of the month, you know, a power hour. It sounds like it's going to be fun because we're going to do this. It's going to be interactive. Are you guys all ready to work tonight? Everyone's like, yeah, kind of. Good. We're going to make it fun. So if you guys are not familiar with what a power hour is, and if you're like me, I do my work in what I call power pockets. I have a 2-year-old, I have a 14-year-old, and I have an 11-year-old. So I'm like driving to and from and here and there. And so I usually break my power hour up into segments throughout the day. But you have to find what works for you. So a power hour is just basically a designated hour of time. You don't even have to do an hour. If you can get it done in 45 minutes, then cool. But it's just basically breaking apart the time and doing certain actions or activities that will help you grow your business. Very, very simple. So we're going to go through them one at a time. And I am going to do a screen share. I do have I have a couple of different that we're going to, you guys can borrow if you already have something that you use, but these are scripts that I'm going to show you guys that when we get to the inviting part, you can use one of these scripts if you want. Try to make it your own if you can. If the wording doesn't sound like it's something you would say, then change it up. Don't use it verbatim. Because we don't want it to be too cookie cutter and you don't want it to sound fake coming from you. So you should try to make it your own and how you would sound. So, so the first thing we're going to do, and this is called the Power of Threes. Do you guys know who Annie Reed is? Anybody watch her Power of Threes video? Okay, so this video is amazing, and I'll share it in the team groups as well. I know it's been around before, but it's never a bad idea to revisit certain things, and this thing is awesome. It's called the Power of Threes, and it's kind of what you would want to do during your power hour. Hold on, you guys, because my computer, I need to plug it in. Battery's low. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, hold on 1 second here. Lee, I'm going to try to share my screen here, just so I can. Okay, cool. Can everyone still see me? All right, good. So if you guys want to unmute yourself, if there's not a lot of background noise, you can, because what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do tonight is we're going to add new friends to our network. So that's the first activity we're going to do. So what does this mean? It means if you're using Instagram, go and add some new people to Instagram. If you're using Facebook, try to add new friends on Facebook. And the way that you can do that, if you go into, let's see if I can show you guys. If you go into your Facebook, I don't know where this shows up. Sometimes if you scroll down, Lee, maybe you can chime in because I feel like I'm rusty here. But if you scroll down, or if you go to, is it your friends? I forget where it is. So go onto your page.
Are you looking for the people you might know?
Yeah, where do you find that?
I usually see it on my phone.
Do you? Okay.
If I go, let me check on my friends where it says friend request.
You can find it under friend request.
Yeah, under friend requests, and then if you do see all, I think if you scroll down past the requests, it tells you people you might know, I think.
Okay. Maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
I usually do it with my phone too. I just realized as I'm going on.
That's where it is. And so if you go to the little people icon next to like where it says home, and then there's a little, like there's the mailbox icon, the world, and then there's the people, and you look at your pending friend request, the bottom of that, then it lists all these people you might know.
You're talking from on your phone?
No, on my computer, I see it.
Oh, okay. Where do you see the world? Anyways, okay.
I see it in the top. Let me see. Are you sharing your Facebook? You see that number, red 12, Carrie, on your screen?
Yeah. Oh, I see it. Okay, so you see, okay. Yeah, so up here.
And
Sorry,
then
you guys.
click on the see all on the bottom. Go down, go down.
See all.
Yep.
So now, this is where you can go in
Here's
and
people you might know.
people you might know. So what I like to do is if I scroll down and I see someone that, usually I think it's on my phone, it tells you how many mutual friends you have, right? So
Yeah,
what you
tells me on this, here yours says Melanie Prue and 4 other friends, Gigi Harris and 46 other mutual friends. So it's telling you right under their name.
Okay. Oh, good. You have to just hover above it. Okay, good. So what you can do is like, tells you 13 mutual friends. So what I would do is, and right now, if you guys are on your computer, why don't you either go on your phone and then all you have to do is add 3 people. So you can do more if you want to, but the whole thing that we're trying to accomplish is the power of 3. So each section we're going to do, try to do 3 per section. So this part is adding new friends to your network. Now you can use, like I said, Facebook. You know what? I'm going to add her. You know, it's so funny. She's my step aunt and I don't even have her as a friend. Okay. So I'm going to add her. I'm not going to suggest friends for her. And then what you can do, like if you see someone that you have like 25 mutual Beachbody coach friends, those are not people you probably want to add. But if you have mutual friends from high school or something like that, then go ahead and just add them. Let's see, Minnie. I feel like I know her. Actually, she works at the Y. How am I not? These are my relatives. I'm not even a friend, you guys.
That's awesome, Carrie. Well, you might be able to get your relatives into challenge groups. I think that's a good.
And my Uncle Tom, he can use some Shakeology. He's like pre-diabetic. I never ever see him to talk to him. So yeah, I mean, so I just added 3 people now. So just scroll down, and if you want to, you can send a message to them and say, hey, you know, I noticed we have so-and-so in common. How do you know her? I went to high school with her. So you can send a quick message, kind of, if you feel weird just sending out random friend requests. But these are people, like Lisa, I kind of know her. So, I mean, we have 3 mutual friends. These are all women that lived in my old neighborhood. So I'll just see if she accepts it. But this is how you connect with more people. So if you're adding people to your network, so eventually if you're not adding people to your network on a daily and weekly basis, you're going to run out of your people to talk to. You're going to run out of people, like new people will start to see your posts. Like if you're consistent on Facebook and sharing about your life and sharing about Beachbody, then you will see more people will start to see you. While you guys are adding your friends, I'll tell you, yesterday I had a woman reach out to me, completely random. I know her, but I've never had a conversation on Facebook with her. And she sent me a message, private message, and she's like, I just had to tell you, I've been following you for a couple of years now with your health and fitness stuff. You're very inspiring. And I know this woman from years ago, but I have not spoken to her. And she's like, I really need your help. Can we get on the phone and talk? So I just spoke to her yesterday. She's going to do a challenge. She's going out of the country in a couple weeks. So she wants to start in January. So it's not a sale now, but now I have somebody in my mind and somebody that I'll follow up with and that I will be able to help come January. So I put her in my little planner to reach back out to her in January. So you never know who's watching you or seeing what you're posting. So that's the whole point of adding new people to your network, because you don't know even if they're not liking or commenting, they're watching you. So let me know, can somebody just write in the chat if you guys are all done, because I don't want to, if you've done 3 or if you want to do more, please, the more the merrier. Don't do too many. You don't want to get put in Facebook jail. Does anyone know how many friend requests you have to send to get put in Facebook jail? I don't.
And it changes, I think.
So don't get crazy with it in a day and send out like 50 or something like that, because you probably get flagged or put in Facebook jail. But, doing 3 a day, you guys. So this is the whole thing. If you're doing 3 of what we just did, adding new friends to your network. That's the first step. Are you guys all ready to go on to the next step?
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is new conversations. Now this is simply going into, so here's what I'll do. Just as a, now I can't see part of my screen because you guys are covering it, but so right here, I'm looking at who's online right now, just because this is my way of seeing like who I haven't talked to if I see somebody on Facebook. New conversations are forming, reconnections, somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, or maybe somebody you just became friends with. The intention is to start to build a relationship. Because if you take a brand new person that you became friends with on Facebook, have never talked to them, and then you send them an invitation randomly without them ever liking one of your fitness posts or anything like that, there's no trying to get them to buy something from you. So when you go into the new conversation, so it's, you know, you could also go to, I'm going to pick Abby Harrell. I worked with her years ago at Lululemon at Mall of America. I have not had a conversation with her since 2012. You can see the last one in 2012. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, or first I'm going to look kind of at her Facebook page and just see if there's anything interesting. It'll take you 5 seconds, you know, like, did she go on a vacation recently? You know, like, is there anything monumental happening in her life? Did they just have a baby? Did they, you know, buy a new house? Anything like that, right? And I'm going to
just start selling wine.
Yeah. Are you are you in a wine MLM now? No, but this is somebody that I know I have not talked to. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here. I'm just going to say, hey, Abby, how are you doing? It's been a long time, and you popped into my mind. I was passing through Minneapolis on my way to California and wondered how you and the Lulu life are doing. Miss being there. Okay. So I'm just going to send her just a simple message. I don't know, maybe I'm not putting too much thought into it. Hope you are well. I mean, that's something I would say, just something simple. So I just sent her a message. I've literally not talked to her in 4 years. So I'm basically starting a new conversation. So I'm not selling anything. I'm not inviting to a challenge group. I'm just simply reaching out, connecting. And this is somebody that I really liked and admired anyway. She's a regional manager at Lululemon. She's an amazing person. I really liked her anyway, so why not connect with her, right? So that's one person. So then what you can do is just, you know, and make a note of these, you guys. Make a note of who you're connecting with. So on a notebook, or if you like to use a document in your computer, however you track it, right? Oh, see, she just sent me a message back. Hi, babe, where are you guys living now? So we are now going to have a connection again. Like, I have not spoken to her in a long time. So this is simply just recreating that connection and starting a new conversation. So that's one person. Now, if you guys, why don't you get on your computer and reach out to 3 people? So 3 new conversations. It doesn't have to be anything major, just a simple thing. And when you guys are all done, let me know. And if you have any questions, you know, write it in the chat because I can't see everybody. Okay. There's Brian. Ah, look at his stitches. Oh, Jen. Oh my God. Where's Jen? So I'm scrolling down here. I'm going to do two more. This girl, this is somebody that I've never reached out to. Like the last time, it doesn't say the date, but it's been a long time ago. So these things we're doing right now should be part of your daily, like when you're working your business, should be part of your daily activities, the power of threes. So you should be doing 3, adding new friends to your network, 3 new conversations, which we're doing right now. Let's see. And some of these might be hard, you know, like there's nothing significant she's posting, but I'm just gonna say your kids are so adorable. So I kept it simple. Your kids are adorable. Love the picture of your kiddos in front of the tree. Hope you and your adorable family are doing well. So simple. When you guys have done your 3 new conversations, let me know. If you need a little bit more time, it's fine. I mean, we've got plenty of time. And at the end, if you guys want to do more of one of the other, you can. We should be able to, because there's only 4 things we're going to, well, 5 kind of, but. Here's send her a message. It's kind of fun too, because I feel like this power hour, I would not have sent out new conversations tonight. I probably wouldn't have, you know, and this lady here is my old track coach in high school. Chrissy, you just asked, is this a brand new person that you don't even know? I'm just looking at the chat right now. If you want to type it in the chat, you can. I'm reading it right now. To somebody brand new, like if you don't know them at all, I would, oh wait. Oh yeah, somebody answered it. Okay, good. Or if I literally don't know them at all, I would just I would just say something like, thanks for the friend ad on Facebook. I noticed we had so-and-so as a common friend. You could say something about one of your common friends and ask them how they know that person or something like that. Okay, is everyone done with their conversations? I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, cool. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is inviting. So here is, I'm gonna pull this up so you guys can see it real quick. Close this out here. So this is, shoot, can you guys see that very much? So here's three different ones that you can choose from. And some of them, I mean, these are not the only ones you can use. Some of you might have ones that are better. But the next thing that we want to do is invite 3 people, whether it be a free group, like a free clean eating group. Maybe you have a challenge group coming up in December. Maybe you have a fit club. Whatever the case is, any group at all, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's a crock pot recipe group. It doesn't even matter what it is, but you're inviting them to something. If you do a free group, that gives you the opportunity to build that relationship and then transition them into a bigger group, like with a challenge pack and whatnot. So you can start with a free group if that's more comfortable for you, or you can just invite them to one of your groups coming up. And these 3 here, this one, hi, I don't know if it's for you. Hi, blank. I don't know if it's for you, but I'm putting together an online fitness group and I'd love to send you some info on it if you're interested. I love these groups for 2 reasons. 1, they keep me accountable, and 2, they help others reach their own fitness and nutrition goals. It's a win-win for everyone. I've always struggled with my self-image. While I am forgiving of others, I'm not very forgiving of myself. However, I've learned that when I work out, eat healthy, and surround myself with like-minded people, I'm significantly happier in all areas of my life. Would you be interested in more information regarding it? I see that you liked, okay, let's see. Oh, and I think this is a separate one, sorry. This is a different one, sorry. Let me delete that. And then number 2 is, hey, blank, I'm sure you're super busy, so I'm not sure if you've seen some of my posts about my current accountability group and how they're killing it during a very difficult time of year. I know you had interest last month, so wanted to follow up. Would you like a spot?
Freezing back here. My feet are freezing.
And then the third one is good. So if you've ever posted something fitness or like a video or something like that and somebody likes it, this one would be good for that. You can say, hey, blank, I see you liked my post regarding my challenge group. Thank you. Have you ever thought of doing something like an accountability group that combines support with exercise and nutrition? I know for myself, it's been a lifesaver. Can I save you a spot? So those are just a few ideas. You can keep it more simple than that. You can change it up to make it sound like yourself more, if that doesn't sound like something you would say. These are just ideas. Yes, I'll post it in the team page. And then if you guys want, I'll add this in the team page as a file. And if you guys want to add to the script, like more ideas, if you guys have something that really works, by all means, I mean, the more the merrier, having different ideas to mix it up. Because I know sometimes I get writer's block. I don't know what to say, or you feel like what you're saying, or if you're sending out invites and it's not working, maybe you should try something else. You know what I mean? So maybe this would be good for us to just pitch in and add some things to it. And if anyone, yeah. What's that?
Am I muted? Obviously not.
You're not.
Okay. You know what I've been doing too? I use the holiday as a way to connect. I just reached out to 9 people and I told them that I hope they had a nice Thanksgiving. I said something like, just stopping by to say hello. I hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. And that was it. I just sent a message to 9 people. So holidays are really good because it'll give you something to talk about.
Yeah, that's perfect. That works. And then if you guys don't have something to invite to right now, I would just make it up and make it happen. And you can, I know some people, if you're new, you don't like to run challenge groups by yourself, which is totally normal, and it's totally okay to team up with other coaches. Like next month, I'm teaming up with a couple of coaches on my team, just so none of us are doing it solo, because it's the holiday, month of December. Everybody's busy and has a lot of stuff going on. So it's going to be nice to have help and support. So you can definitely, if you need to join another coach in a group, then why don't you post it maybe in Team Believe and Empower and just see if anyone needs help, or if they have room for you. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. Okay. Do you guys want me to leave this invitation up, or are you guys good? I'll minimize it for now. And if you guys want it back up, I can put it back up. All right. I'm going to stop the share for now, just because I feel like it's really distracting. I can't see everyone. And I can go back to it if you need me to show an example of something. Is everyone sending out invites, or do you feel like, or did you already do it earlier? Or do you need help? Does anybody want help, like in wording or anything like that? Okay. All right, if it looks like everyone's done, I guess we can move on to the next thing. Does anyone need a few more minutes? Okay. Angie, are you waving your hand yes, or are you just reaching for something? Hi, I thought you were like me, I need more time.
No, sorry, just reaching for something.
Okay, no problem. All right, good. Okay, cool. So the next step that we're going to do is follow-ups. Have you guys sent out any invitations in the last couple of weeks or in the last few days? Or maybe just conversation that you started that you need to respond to, something like that. So follow-ups are super key, you guys, for a couple of different reasons. Number one, if you're like me and most people, if you're at a stoplight and you check your phone and you see, oh, I have a message from somebody, and you open it, which I've done a million times, and then 5 hours later, you're like, oh crap, I totally forgot to respond to that person. It looks like you saw it, like to the other person, they can see that you opened it, but you didn't respond. So if you're sending out an invite and, you see that they saw it, you can tell that they opened it up, but they don't respond, don't take that as a negative. Don't take that as a no, they're not interested. It could have been that you caught them right in the middle of something. If they have kids, if they were at work, if they were at a stoplight and they opened it up by accident, it's going to be really difficult for them to respond right then and there. So you need to make sure you follow up, okay? And that can just be a simple check-in, like, hey, I know I sent you the message. And, one thing I do when I follow up is I kind of joke around about that same situation. I know I sent you this message a couple of days ago. I just wanted to follow up because if you're like me, I open up my messages all the time and then totally forget to respond, or I'm in the middle of something, and then that actually opens the door up for conversation. Then they don't feel bad, or, you kind of joke around about it a little bit. So if you don't follow up though, and you take them not responding as a no, you're going to miss opportunity, because 9 times out of 10, if they don't want to do it, they're going to say no. Or if you follow up a few times and they haven't responded, okay, then at that point, you don't want to look like a stalker. Like after 5 times, you don't want to keep messaging them. But once or twice and they don't respond does not mean that they don't want to do it. Okay, everybody's busy. They have, especially this time of year, I had a couple of people I messaged right before Thanksgiving. And I'm going to follow up with them because the holidays are crazy. They probably had guests over or family from out of town, cooking, you know, all of the stuff that we all do during the holidays. So make sure you do your follow-up. So if you have anybody right now, do 3 follow-ups right now. Send out a quick message. And it can just be something simple like, hey, you know I sent you a message about my challenge group that's coming up. I'm just checking back with you because if you're interested, I'd love to save you a spot. You know, something like that. Keep it real simple. It doesn't have to be a big, long message. And the other thing that's important is to track who you need to follow up with because I'm guilty of this. I've sent people messages, and I know Jen Thatcher can attest to this too, and I've had people actually respond and then you forget to even say anything back. So you really want to be careful and track who you need to follow up with and who you've reached out to. Because if you reach out one time, send a message, and you completely forget about that person, you kind of look like I don't know, it's kind of unprofessional, right? You wouldn't want somebody reaching out to you and then 6 months later being like, oh, hey, I know I didn't ever get back to you, but do you want to join my next group? You know, it would just look weird. So just make sure you track who you need to follow up with. If you guys are on your computer, you want to do this on your phone, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll give 2 more minutes if that's enough time. If you guys need more time, we can give a few more minutes, but 2 more minutes to do your follow-ups.
Does anybody on here use Teamsy?
Yes, I was going to mention that. I need to get more situated with it, but I like it.
Did you see the new send email option?
No, you can
You
send
can send an email right from Teamsy.
That's awesome.
So instead of going back into one of my 4 emails that I have to decipher through, you just send it right from Teamsy. It's so awesome.
Does it use like a team, like so when they get the email, does it show up like as a Teamsy or is it your email address?
My email that I have registered with Teamsy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys don't use Teamsy or if you haven't tried it, you can do a month free trial. It's www.teamzy.com. It's really cool. You can download all of your Facebook contacts into there, and it will literally tell you who to reach out to, who to follow up with. It kind of does everything for you. You just have to follow the system. Very, very simple if you use it.
I use it. I love it.
Nice.
I like jam through it at my lunch break every lunch, and then yeah, it's really awesome. But I haven't used the email yet, so I wasn't sure how to set that up. So I haven't tried. I just but
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
I wonder if there's a way.
Huh?
Yeah, it's connected to my this email that comes up here. Even though I changed that name once here, it still came up. But anyway, so I wonder if there's a way to change the email to my fitness email so that it's more consistent with what I'm doing. but I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I'm sure you could. You can also message them if you need to.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, good. Does anyone need more time? Anybody to do follow-ups? Okay. So then those are the 4 main things, right? So like if you add new friends, start new conversations, invite people, right? Because that's one of our 4 vital behaviors, and then do your follow-ups. Those are the basic activities that will drive your business forward. Obviously, personal development and, you know, being a product of the product, the 4 vital behaviors, but we're talking specifically about the power of 3s, and this is aligned towards getting your invites and getting new clients and building relationships. So this is all that. So the other stuff is important too, but we're not talking about that right now. So then the 5th thing that you want to do, and you don't have to do it daily, but you should be doing it at least 3 invites a week, is to the actual coaching opportunity. Because if you're not inviting people to join your team, you're not going to grow your network. So you're not going to rank advance, you're not going to grow your network. And you probably have people, like if you have customers right now in challenge groups, those are the people you should keep your eye out for, because if they're participating and they're posting in the group and they're commenting on other people's posts that are in your group, those are the people that you should be inviting to join the coaching opportunity. A simple like, hey, you know, you are so inspiring and I love that you're so active in the group and you're so motivating to everyone else. Have you thought about being a coach and doing what I do? And just simply asking them that question will sometimes open the door and get their wheels turning and thinking about it. So you can do it that way. When you're inviting to the coaching opportunity, I know on Wednesday, December 7th, we're going to do another What is Coaching sneak peek on Facebook. So we're going to get that set up and you guys can actually use that to invite. If you want to use your upline sponsor or somebody, like you can use me, I'm sure Lee, whoever your coach is, you can do a 3-way call or use like any third-party tool. There's other tools that are in the back office too, videos and things like that. So you should technically be inviting 3 people a week to the coaching opportunity. And the way I look at it, and if you have any doubts or if you're thinking like, well, I don't want to do that because I mean, it's an MLM or, you know, whatever your doubts are in your mind, personal development will help with that. And also too, think about how Beachbody has changed your life. So, I mean, we all get that little bit of those thoughts that creep into our head certain times. Like, I don't know if I'm, you know, why would they want to be on my team? Things like that. But keep in mind, think about what Beachbody has done for you. I know for me personally, my life would be completely different if I was not a coach. So I think about that. I think about people like Jen Thatcher and Lee Ratterman and many others that are on this call that the opportunity and the income and the ability to stay home with your kids and different things like that. So I keep that in my thoughts when I'm inviting someone. Because if you're confident about this business and you're confident about our company and what the products do, you should be proud to invite people to join you. And that will come through when you're asking somebody to join your team or telling them, you know, offering them the opportunity to be a coach. So there's a lot of tools. And if you guys need help with any of that, just reach out to me, Lee, Jen, any of the leaders on the team. If you're brand new, there's always somebody that will help you do a recruiting cycle. Does anybody have any questions or any input? What about non-customers? Okay, cool. So, I mean, my opinion about that, and somebody else can chime in. You could definitely, I mean, I have people the same. I have a girl that I'm talking to right now. She's a personal trainer. She would be an amazing coach, but it's sometimes you can't put the cart before the horse. So what I like to do is, you know, start that conversation and like tell them, you know, gosh, you're a fitness instructor, talk about what they're doing. If there's somebody that, or even if they're not, even if it's just somebody that is into health and fitness, they don't have to be in the industry. I always like to try to get them into one of my challenge groups, maybe tell them, I think you would make an amazing coach, but I want you to kind of see what I do first. I would love for you to participate in one of my accountability groups and tell them a little bit about it and see if they're interested. Because sometimes if they experience Shakeology and they experience that, will then be the push for them to see the potential with the business. Because if they don't have a clue about Shakeology, if they don't know anything about the programs or anything like that, it's kind of, unless they're completely like business entrepreneur oriented and they can really see outside of the box, it's hard to put the cart before the horse. They need to try it out. That's my opinion, but that's not always the case. I know that, but I think that the coaches that stay on board the longest and actually do something with it are the ones that use the products first and then go forward from there. Lee, if you have something, or Jen Thatcher, I don't know if you guys have something to add to that.
No, I think that. Oops, I'm echoing. I think the products gives you the sense of power. It gives you something more when you talk about it, because you are speaking from your own heart about why you love what you're doing. And I think that passion that you have, like you said, Carrie, takes you to another level. So I think for me, my whole foundation and success in this business has been because I used the products and wanted other people to feel like I felt. And I just paid that forward and kept doing that. And I think that's the secret. Like, that's the secret sauce. But the things that go with that is that you kind of have to find new people to share with, or you're not sharing with anybody. So you always have to be meeting new people, getting to know them, finding out what they need in their life, and helping them. And sometimes it might not be Beachbody that they need. Sometimes they might need to know where to get their kids' haircut. Sometimes they might need to know where to take their car for service. But then when they see what you're doing and you're consistently sharing how you feel and what you're doing, they are going to come to you, just like you said, Carrie. They're just going to be there, and it seems very natural. So just keep talking to people, keep adding people to your network, keep doing these powers of 3, like keep adding and conversing and not expecting sales, and then everything will fall into place. But you got to do a lot of that to fill that pipeline. But I think that's, you complicate it so much. Those are the basic things. And the more you do with, if you want this to move faster, talk to more people. Send out 10 conversations a day, or start 10 conversations a day. If inviting unorganically feels fake, don't do it. But if you don't have anyone to invite, you just need to meet more people. And I think that's the secret, and those are the tricks. And when you feel that pipeline, that's when things start moving. You got to go in and you got to just keep adding people and talking to people and building that pipeline. And then it's like the compound effect, that merry-go-round. You jump on and you can ride around for a while, but you stop adding people to your network and you stop talking to people, then it goes away. You got to keep that going. That's my 2 cents.
No, it's good. I like it.
I thought it was, before I started doing Teamsy, I thought it was super hard to connect with people because I felt like I was being, I wouldn't say fake, but I felt like I had an agenda. But now I've switched my thinking, and when I reach out to people, I'm physically just reaching out to them to see how they are, and that's it. If they respond, cool. If they don't, cool, next. And when you disattach, is that even a word? If you unattach yourself from the emotion in it, then it becomes a lot easier, because I was getting stuck. I do 9 reach outs a day. I'm like, oh my God, how am I supposed to come up with conversations for 9 people? And all I do is I say, hey, how you doing? I like the picture from blah, blah, blah. I hope you have a great day, period. And I don't make it such a big deal anymore. And I just kind of unattached myself from the outcome. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just not expecting any message in return. And when you do get it, you're in the green, if that makes any sense.
Exactly.
Totally. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Like you said, Jen, it can be that, hey, I just love that picture and wanted you to know that your daughters are darling,
Yeah, I just said happy Thanksgiving to 9 people.
Exactly. So just to jump off that, you said, go do those reach outs, and I did one, and I just said happy Thanksgiving. Here, let me see what he did. Let me get it up. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. She came back, thanks. Hope you had a great one too. I said it was awesome. Thanks. The next question back is, how's your Beachbody business doing? Okay, so there you go. Conversation. She might not ever buy anything from me. She's super fit. She's running around town doing handstands. I mean, not here in town, but like we can have a great conversation about fitness now. She opened the door, but I didn't say anything other than like what Jen said. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you had a great evening. So
Yeah.
you like that. The ticket.
It's good. Yeah, and before we did the call, I watched Annie Reid's. I've probably watched Annie Reid's Power of Threes video 10 times. It's 11 minutes long. I'll share it in both of the team pages. It's very, very simple. And she actually has in the YouTube video, there's a PDF you can click on. She has a PDF Power of Threes tracker. So you can actually track how many people you've added as friends, how many people you've, new conversations. So you can keep track of it. And she said something interesting, which is, we all kind of know this, but you have to go for the no. Like if you don't invite and you don't ask, the answer will always be no, and you're never going to get any new people to help. So you just have to kind of, like what Jen Thatcher was saying, disconnect yourself from the outcome. Like, oh, if you already have in your head, well, she's going to say no. Like, I don't want to reach out to her because she's probably not going to, she won't respond to me, or she's already fit, like Lee was saying, then you're already setting yourself up for failure. So don't even think anything and just do it and see what happens. Because the worst thing that could happen is that they don't join a group, but they might. You never know. So, all right, good. Does anyone have any questions about this right now? Like everything that we've done? Pretty simple, right? So yeah, literally if you do the Power of Threes daily, or whenever you do your business hour, or whenever you work, like whatever hours you work your business, whether you do 3 or 10, and again, it's going to depend on what your personal goals are. If you stop at 3, that's cool. But if you have really big goals and you're trying to like increase your income and grow your team faster, you just have to add more. So do, instead of 3, do 5 or 10 or 15 or whatever it takes for you to hit your own personal goal. There's no limit. You don't have to stop at 3. All right, you guys, let's see, what time is it? So we have 8 minutes. If nobody has any questions, you can take the 8 minutes and continue your Power of Threes and inviting and all of that, grow your business. We only have a couple more days left. I know I still have Success Club to make. And that is because I did not fill my pipeline in October because I was out in California and I had tunnel vision on finishing what I was doing. So now I'm paying the price, you guys. I'm sitting there struggling, but I'm not going to stop until I absolutely have no more time left this month. So I hope you guys do the same. Try to help. Oh, and that was the other thing. The final thing is the goal of doing your Power of Threes is so you do help 3 people a month, which would put you at Success Club. That's just a marker showing that your business is growing, your income is growing. So by doing the Power of Threes, that's going to grow your business. And then also it's going to help you grow your team. So if you have a goal to grow your business as a whole, it's not going to just be doing retail sales. So you want to grow a team and you want to have those people that you get to work with and that you can, expand and help more people in your network. And that's how you're going to do it, is by inviting coaches to your team as well. So those are the 2 main objectives for doing the Power of Threes, you guys. All right. So if you don't have any other questions, Lee or Jen, anybody else have anything to add before we end? All right. Thanks, you guys, for getting on. I will post the Power of Threes video and the script in the team page. All right, you guys. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.